An unbreakable relationship of comrades in arms. Those are the words used by North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un to describe his alliance with Russian President Vladimir Putin. In the early morning hours of Wednesday, Putin's plane landed at Pyongyang airport. The two leaders greeted each other warmly. In previous comments, Putin said that he appreciated Kim's support of his military actions in Ukraine. It has been almost a quarter of a century since Putin visited the Hermit Kingdom. Back in 2000, Putin had just become the Russian president for the first time. Kim's father, Kim Jong Il, was in power, while Kim himself was a teenager. And for more on Putin's visit, let's bring in Hoon Kim, senior correspondent on East and South Asia at Global Strat View. Hoon, always great to be with you. So why do you think this meeting between Putin and Kim, why do you think it's causing so much concern among U.S. officials?
Well, firstly, Tracy, we have to remember that the Russian President Putin is desperate for one thing and one thing alone. It's to essentially prevent Ukraine from joining the NATO, and also at the same time combat the Ukrainian front in every way as possible. And so his recent visit to North Korea indicates that he is in a sense desperate to build any type of alliance that is needed. And you have to remember, North Korea has been aiding the Russian Federation on every front, including sending weapons to the Ukraine front for the Russian forces. And so it does look like the alliance itself is also a testament to the world that Putin is willing to do anything in order to win on that front.
Yeah, and Hoon, how does North Korea benefit from this alliance?
Well, it's very simple. North Korea is in a desperate need of raw materials and food supplies. And in exchange, North Korea will provide three things that the Russian Federation really needs at this point. More construction workers. They also will provide any type of weapons that the Russian Federation might need. Probably ballistic missiles and ammunition, for example. And now at this point, we are looking at a great possibility of North Korean foot soldiers being sent to the Ukraine front to fight against the Ukrainian forces to aid Putin's military.
Yeah, and another big concern, too, experts believe that North Korea has about 50 nuclear bombs, and they've rejected attempts by the U.S. to restart talks. Let's talk about that a little bit more. And the Biden administration, how are they going to navigate this, Hoon?
Well, it's very difficult to say. I mean, at one point we're fighting against Russia in the Ukrainian front, but also at the same time, Russia has been waging wars in other fronts as well. We saw in Georgia that they're exuding a hybrid war where a national security type of law in Hong Kong was also that type of law was actually introduced in Georgia, where Georgia seems to be heading towards becoming another state like Russia. And at the same point, Russia is now expanding its line of influence, a great line of influence in North Korea. And basically, it seems as though it is Putin's message to U.S.'s allies, both South Korea and to Japan, that any type of aid, any type of further aid towards the West's efforts to combat the Russian expansion into Ukraine will be dealt with. I mean, that's something that the Biden administration will have to be mindful of. And again, that's the reason why it is so difficult, because at this point, Putin is in a very desperate spot where he has to win the narrative on the Ukraine, and no matter what. And so the Biden administration will have to be very, very careful in terms of dealing with in Putin at this hour, but also at the same time be prepared for any type of military escalation in East Asia, including its ongoing efforts in Eastern Europe as well.
Hoon, thank you so much for weighing in. Always appreciate it.